Okay, today we're going to be ranking all the operators in Rainbow Six Siege based on just my preference. Sucks to suck. Okay, Ace, awesome, A tier. Good gun, good gadget, not slow, pretty good. Alibi, she's not great. Her gadget kind of sucks. Her gun doesn't have 1.5 anymore. Yeah, gonna pass on that one. Amaru. Better, I would put above Alibi, just because there's some sneaky stuff you can do. It's always fun to do. But what kills this operator is my randoms, bro. Why on match point are we Amaruing into sight? Why is that what we're doing? I don't know. Aruni. Actually, good. B tier, yeah. You can run the DMR, which is really good. Or you can run the Roni, which you can't go wrong. Good gadget, the punchability is awesome, hatches, rotates, all that kind of stuff. So just really, really good, really solid. Ash, obviously not how she was in her heydays, but she's still good. You can run the R4C if you want to, I don't know, be stuck in the past. Run the G36, please. Yeah, she's all right. Azami, completely S tier. I mean, I guess we'll see. Might be the best operator in the whole game. I like running the shotgun. That's kind of questionable behavior, but that's what I do. You can run the auto. Doesn't matter. Honestly, doesn't matter. You don't even have to get kills. They're gonna see it and just be scared. Bandit, really good, really good. A or B tier though. Good gadget, good. MP7's kind of overrated to be honest. Everyone says it's good. It's fine. I'm gonna put him highest part of B tier. Really good. Really good. Could move up to A. We'll see how the rest of this goes. Blackbeard, short and sweet, D tier. Worst op in the game? Yeah, I think so. I mean, that could change. We'll see where we end up, but I'm gonna say worst op in the game. His shields you can breathe on them. You walk a little funny. They're broken. It doesn't matter. So, Blitz, he's just one of these operators. I mean, I like him more than the other two. A really good blitz can be really good, but that's any operator. If you're really good with anything, it's good. So, okay. Brava. I remember when she came out thinking it was going to be really cool, and it's really not. It doesn't get used very much. I'm just going to put it in C tier. Nothing wrong with this operator. You play Brava, that's fine. It doesn't come into effect as much as I ever thought it would. Maybe I just suck. Probably. Buck, awesome. A tier. Maybe S tier. We'll put him A for now. So much utility. Gon 6, heart breaches, skeleton key, good gun, just awesome. Play Buck if you can control the recoil. It's not that bad, but it's still not great. It's on the worst end of Siege recoil. Capitao, underrated op for sure. 8? No, we'll put him B tier. Bottom of B tier. Much better than people think. The smokes are awesome. Instant, super helpful. In the flame, awesome. Really good for post plant, really good for getting plant down, covering rotates, stuff like that. Para is a good gun. I miss LMG meta, but don't run that gun anymore. Just run the Para. Castle, I love Castle. Genuinely, I don't know what it is. Secondary shotty is always gonna get me feeling a certain kind of way, but I love Castle. So we're gonna put him A tier. Yeah, A tier. Really good. Probably above Ace. 4 castle barricades. The with 1.5. You really can't go wrong. Cav, going right down in D tier. Better than Blackbeard for sure. But unless you're getting interrogation, literally does nothing for the team. Nothing. It is so high risk, high reward. Clash, we're gonna go C tier. Probably about here. A lot of people play Clash wrong, but also a lot of people don't know how to attack a Clash. So take advantage of it. Play it on Organ Basement or Villa Study. Those kind of things can really slow down the opponents and win you rounds. Doc. B tier. Like here. Good. Solid. His guns are okay. Lot of health recovery. That's super awesome. Best healer in the game. B tier. Dokkaebi. She is a bitch. A tier though, she's really good. Her DMRs are awesome. If you like DMRs, you probably don't. Most people don't. But it's good. Her gadget's amazing. Really annoying. Very frustrating. I usually ban. Echo. I like Echo a lot. I would put him B tier. Not as good as he once was with the invisible drones, but probably shouldn't have been invisible in the first place. I like his gun a lot. Play Echo more. Do it. Ela, we're gonna go C tier. Was amazing, then was a little worse, then sucked, then was a little better, and now is pretty good. You can play Ela, that's fine. Other Quiz Monster, kind of mid. I don't know. Ela is just outclassed by another operator we will talk about later. Finka. Well, she has nades now. She is amazing. Maybe S tier. We're gonna put high A. Buck, Finka, and Castle might move up. We're gonna see where this lands, but Finka is amazing. Her gun is kind of what's holding her back. The LMG meta is gone, and the spear shoots really slow. Feels really weird. Feels fake. I don't know. So, yeah, we're gonna put Finka A tier. Amazing. One of the best kits in the game. Can heal attackers, res teammates, stuff like that. Super amazing. Has so many secret hidden abilities too. Really good, but the gun kind of holds her back for me. So we're gonna put her A tier. Flores. Good, solid. Play Flores. Yeah, it's pretty much that simple. Can clear a bunch of utility. Decent guns. You can play the DMR or the AR. I don't love them, but they're good. So yeah, solid. Frost. Well, we just had the Frost rework, which I do think hurts her a little bit. People are now able to res, so that's kind of annoying as a Frost if you are a Frost player, but other than that, she's really good. I'll put her like here maybe. Good gun, 1.5 shield. People are dumb. They land on Frost Knights all the time, and people don't drone anymore. So yeah, play Frost. Good. Fuse is kind of trash. I mean, he can have his moments, but you need to use him correctly. A lot of people just like go upstairs, put the fuse charge down, and cross their fingers that they're gonna get a kill. But really what you want to do is place it, have the floor open, and get them when they're rotating. Take advantage of it with stuff like that, or clearing utility, or stopping a bandit trick, things like that. He can be helpful for, which makes me think maybe he should move up, and maybe Alibi should move down. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Glass. C tier. I like Glass a lot. I don't play him on every site, but I play him on some. I think he can be really strong when you're holding angles and people are swinging you in this current meta we're in, where everyone's swinging all the time, never not swinging, and you'll win a lot. So yeah, Glass is pretty solid. Don't always play Glass, and if you're missing your shots, stop playing Glass. We've all been there. It's okay. I do too. Just switch. Don't ego pick Glass, please. Thank you. Goyo is good. Yeah, really solid. Probably B tier. Better than these. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there. I like Goyo. His shotgun is really good. His vector is amazing with a 1.5. His gadget's solid. Never really mad if we have a Goyo, but also I never really need a Goyo. So it's kind of how he ends up in B tier. Gridlock is amazing. People were sleeping on Gridlock before she got nades, and maybe nades will wake people up because she has so much utility. Secondary shotgun, amazing primary weapons that nobody ever uses, but they're good. And nades now, and like covering flanks, and just she's just so good. Definitely going in A tier. We're gonna put her right here. Play more Gridlock. I know she's slow. I know she's 1 speed. You have to suck it up. I don't care. Just, that's a you problem. Play Gridlock. Grim. Very underrated. Everyone hates on Grim. I don't see it. I think his Bs are pretty strong, especially with all the buffs he's had. Hard Breach, the Shoddy Pistol, the Bailiff, like all very good. So he's definitely gonna go in B tier for me. I'm gonna put him above Flores. I would rather play Grim. The Commando's awesome. One of my favorite guns in the whole game. Very good. Hibana. Honestly, talk about like a beacon of consistency. Hibana's always just been very solid, very good. I'm gonna put her just above Ace, just because I think the gun is also really good. 21 bullets is kind of a bummer, but the gun is awesome. You can run any site you want. That's great. And she can get 4 hatches, really strong on bank. Just maps like that, play Hibana, so good. Can never really go wrong. Iana. So Iana's been the go-to entry frag op for a while now, but she doesn't have nades anymore. And I definitely have seen people play her less, but she's still good. Great? As good as she was? No. I'm gonna put Iana right This might be a hot take. Maybe some Yana main's mad at me, but I don't really care. I'm gonna go right here. I'd rather play Grim. I like the gun better. I like the gadget better. It's as simple as that. I mean, IQ's gadget is trash. Her commando is good. I like being fast. D tier. It's just so lackluster. The fact that you can't have it out with your primary weapon, it just sucks. Like, let me kill Pulse. Let me get Vigil. Like, give her gadget some reason to actually run. Unless they have like a crazy Val cams or something, it's terrible. Jackal's awesome. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason he's always banned, right? You can't roam. You didn't know that's a pretty important part of this game. So yeah, ban Jackal. Everyone's gonna say, oh, you don't need to ban Jackal. That's what all like the big Siege content creators say. Ban him. I get they're all sweaty champs. I'm not. Okay. We're all just trying our best out here. We're trying to get better every day, and Jackal's ruining that for me. So I'm banning them. Jaeger, very solid. I mean, I'm gonna say B tier. I mean, not what he was, but good. His gun's all right, solid, feels pretty decent. Gadget's pretty decent. Always could use, kind of always need a Jaeger or OMI. So yeah, very solid B tier. Cade. I love Cade. I'm gonna put him A tier. You can get hatches. You can do a bunch of fancy tricks to get stuff on walls, hide Cade's places. Much harder than getting bandits off the wall. People always mess up the EMPs. You can place one at the top and one at the bottom, and people will always do it wrong. Cade's really strong. I play his shotgun. I don't know why they took the 1.5 away from the AUG. I don't think it was that strong, but okay. But yeah, Cade's on. Callie. Ooh. I mean, Callie can be kind of fun sometimes, but she's gonna get a low C tier for me, and the only reason is because her gadget's good. I mean, with Thatcher always being banned, it's really helpful to get stuff off walls. And her SMG's pretty good. One of the best secondaries, if not the best secondary in the game. So that's what makes her not completely awful, but snipers in Rainbow Six Siege are just never gonna be that great. Kapkan. I love Kapkan. I really miss the 1.5, but he is awesome. I think I'm gonna put him right here in B tier. Free kills with a 0 risk is basically how I play the game. There's just some nasty spots you can put it on. Border has like 1 million of them. I recommend Varsity Gaming's YouTube or TikTok on that. So good. So many good spots. Just kind of nasty. Legion. So we just recently got the Legion rework. I think overall, better or worse? I think it's a little better. I think he's a little better. Some people might think he's a little worse because they're not cloaked or anything anymore. I think he's really good. I don't personally ever play him, but really good. We're gonna put him probably right here. I'm gonna move Flores down, I think. That feels about right. I don't know, Legion might be better than a lot of these actually. All right, we're gonna put him here. Yeah, okay. Lion. Where would I put Lion now? I'm gonna put him B tier right here. I think that feels right. His gadget's good, not great. Don't ever be the person who does it right at the start of the round. What are you doing? What are you doing? Smell the copper on you. It's insane. Don't do that. Play Lion, use it for post plant, use it for pushing objective in the final seconds. Very strong. That's when you want it. Maestro. Maestro's pretty lackluster right now. I think I'm gonna put him high C. I like him. I like his gadget. I used to love playing him. His guns are good. His gadget is, I don't know why they made it so you can punch the glass. I don't think that was really necessary. You can shoot it when it's open, so every operator can destroy it. And there's a lot of other things that can destroy it. A sledge, grenades. There's lots of grenades now. People are always playing grenades. Ashes, Sophia's, like there's so many options. It really didn't need the punch glass break thing. I don't know. I disagree with it. I think it's dumb. If they took that away, I'll probably put him up in B tier, but as of right now, C tier. Maverick. Gonna probably say B tier. Really good gun, flashes, solid, and a good gadget. I mean, kind of all around solid. I think I'm gonna put him probably right about here. If you know what you're doing with Maverick, he gets so much better. There is kind of a learning curve with him, but if you can Maverick tray, if you can use him the right way and not just make a tiny little peek hole and get headshot through it immediately, then he's really good. So I'd say upper B tier. Melusi. Pretty trash. Super slow. Gadget, you can shoot her gadget now. Like, so dumb. No 1.5, super slow. Gadget is super easy to break. And when her gadget is working, it's barbed wire, which is a secondary gadget. Like, I don't see it. Lucy's very, very mid. Mira, really good. I like Mira. I'm gonna say the highest B tier, just because she can be kind of easy to deal with, Twitch drones, and then nading from underneath. If you play at any higher ranks, nading from underneath is just gonna get Mira every time. So that's kind of what holds her back, but there are certain spots where she can be really strong. She is banned pretty frequently and can punch it now, which definitely puts her back a bit, but I think it's good in this case. Unlike the Maestro cams, Mira is very solid. I think it was one of the best operators they've ever added. Changed the game, changed the meta. Really interesting, awesome operator. Monty, I mean, in the right hands can be an absolute menace, and in everyone else's hands can be absolute trash. I'm gonna say right here, C tier. I'll play Monty sometimes. I like Monty. I'm not like crazy with him or anything. I know some people who are, and I know some people who are absolutely terrible with him. Understanding your role and how to play him is really complex. I don't know enough about it. C tier. Mozzie. I mean, if you want to shoot people with a fun gun, play Mozzie. If you want to actually help the team win, you better get some drones because you got to do something. A lot of people just play Mozzie for the gun, for the nitro cell, and everyone underutilizes his drones. That's just the reality of it. And nobody uses them properly. Nobody really uses them at all. Get some drones, place them in places. Actually drone for your roamers. That's also an option. Flip it around. Basically make them an attacker. Help your warden main if he doesn't die in the first 10 seconds. Mute. So good. So good. So strong. Shotgun. SMG11, if you want to run the MP5, fine, but don't. I'm gonna say Mute, definitely A tier, maybe S tier. Stopping drones, if you wall denial, but you can do it. Yeah, maybe S tier. All right, we're moving Mute up, Buck up, and Castle up, and Castle back down. Okay, there's our new S tier. Those three big changes just changed my mind. Those are awesome. Mute's awesome. Play Mute. Learn how to use SMG11, win rounds. Pretty much how that goes. Knock is, her nades are her saving grace, I think, is what's going to keep her from going down to D tier for me. And I think we're going to move Callie down here and Amaru. God, Knock's going down to D tier. She's losing silent step kind of just defeats the point of what she does. So I don't know, her gun sucks. Yeah, if you've got good aim, cool. That's really cool. Any gun is good if you have good aim. So play Knock, I guess, if you want. In casual, yeah. Nomad. Nomad's really good. Probably underutilized. Played a decent amount, but not as much as maybe she should be. I'm gonna put her right there. Two really awesome gun options that you can't really go wrong with either. Really good gadget. Gridlock kind of just does what she does a little bit better, I think, with more utility, but air jabs are really good, really strong. Cover windows runouts a lot better than Gridlock can. It's not really a hook, but Gridlock does, but just flanks. Gridlock's kind of better at that, so I would say Nomad, B tier, solid. Oryx. How the mighty have fallen. I used to be an Oryx main, loved Oryx. T5 1.5 was awesome. Now I could not tell you the last time I saw an Oryx played. I mean, his gadget is an absolute zero. 99% of the time, you're never going to use it. I'm going to say right there. I mean, the T5 is awesome. And you make rotates. Play Legion with impact nades. I don't know. Anyway, Osa. Osa's really good. Really, really good. I'm going to say A tier. Her shields are strong. People don't really understand how to use them properly, but they are really strong. I see a lot of people either sit way back and just try to bait people into her, and then higher ranks it's not going to work as often, or they play it like they're Blitz or Monty or something, and then they just get dunked on. But if you have a pretty decent Osa, not too hard to play. EMP nades are awesome. Probably my go-to EMP op. Really good for planting. Very solid operator. Pulse is amazing. I mean, super underutilized. I don't think anybody plays Pulse as much as they should, including me. The info is just amazing, and how you can play off that, playing above, playing below, doing all those things, even just sitting underneath in sight and helping your roamers up above, running around, telling them where the people are, pinging it. So strong. Nitro cell, through the floor, classic, so good. Rook, C tier, probably right there. Armor's nice, and the fact that you can res yourself if you have armor is nice. Has won me rounds before, but it's really rare. Yeah, you can never go wrong with Rook. And if you're new at the game, please play Rook. Such an amazing operator to start with. Play the MP5, doesn't have a lot of recoil. You get a 2x, that's really good if you want it. Rook is solid, but not great. Sense. I know what you're going to say. Sense is trash, worst operator in the game, Wrong. You're wrong, okay? Straight up wrong. I'm going right here, especially with the new recoil changes to Sense's primary. They are just a misunderstood operator. People don't ever play against Sense because no one plays Sense, so people don't really know what to do. I think there is room for Sense to improve. I hope Ubisoft keeps doing little things here and there to make Sense better and played more, but I think Sense is actually pretty good. We run Sense pretty often in my stack, and it really helps get plant down quick. Sledge. Sledge is the other operator I'd recommend if you're new. L8, super manageable, controllable recoil, but very solid at everything, but not great at any particular thing. Solid gadget, kind of outshined by Ram right now though, and can't go below like Buck can, unless you get on top of tables and do crazy stuff, but nades, that's the one benefit over Buck and Ram, so I'm gonna put Sledge right there. Very good. Play Sledge. Smoke, definitely A tier. Not played as often as he once was, but really good at holding sight. People don't really play him properly. People die way too soon with him, but that's every operator in the game, so whatever. Saving those smokes for late in the round if you can, really strong. Solus, completely S tier. Seeing people on drones, shooting all the drones in prep phase, like such an advantage, and being able to see people on their phones, getting runouts, watching claymores, like just the list goes on and on. One of the best roamers in the game, playing for diffuser underneath like a pulse would, ridiculously strong. P90's great, SMG11's great, shotgun's pretty good. If you want to run shotgun SMG11, you can. Just pretty crazy operator. Tachanka, good, solid operator. I'm actually gonna put him right here. Now, you might think this is kind of high, but the fire is actually pretty decent. Everything I said about Smoke earlier pretty much translates to Tachanka. Maybe a little bit worse, but the LMG is awesome, especially now that they increase the damage. I mean, it'll two-shot most of the time. Like, it's kind of nasty, honestly. So, play Tachanka. Learn how to use his nade launcher. It's worth it, trust me. Thatcher. I'm gonna put him right here. Thatcher is really good. You can do the things that Thatcher does with other operators, but nobody does it better or easier. Maybe easier is the right word than Thatcher does. You just walk over the wall and throw it at it. I mean, it's that simple. That's why people ban it, because it's really frustrating. It's too easy. Not much you can do to counter it unless you have, bandit tricking or something like that, but it's still pretty tough and people don't like bandit tricking, so there's a reason he's banned all the time. Thermite, really, really good. Definitely best of the heart breachers just because of the size of hole you can make. Every heart breach is good at its own thing, but Thermite at blowing open walls is definitely the best. Even on sites where you think you might not need him, where maybe necessarily there isn't a garage wall or a main wall to blow open, blowing open any wall towards site is gonna pretty much help you pretty much all the time. So just putting that pressure on the defense, making them not be able to sit in certain spots, very helpful. Thorn, I like Thorn a lot. You need to get some kills in a round, play Thorn. The gun, the 1.5, the CZ, all awesome. And the gadgets, all right. What I would recommend is I love putting it in the floor on like default plant spots. People go, they run to behind the vault door on Villa, and I got my Thorn gadget in the floor, and they're whipping out the diffuser, open it up, typing away, and by the time they realize that the Thorn gadget's going off, how long it takes for them to get off the plant, they're dead. So you can't get kills with it, trust me. Throw it behind the trash can on chalet basement. Put it in floors. There's good spots. Let me know if you want a video on that. I will show you my favorite spots for Thorn, but very good. Thunderbird, just play Doc. That's Thunderbird. I mean, nice because if you die, your teammates can still heal, but just play Doc and anchor sight and help your teammates. So much more health in one go with Doc than Thunderbird. can't necessarily go wrong with Thunderbird, except for the fact that you could be playing someone better who does the same thing. So I guess there is somewhere you can go wrong with Thunderbird. I don't like the spear, brought that up with Finka. It's fine, but this time you don't have a 1.5 or anything above that, so I honestly, she's dropping to here. Yeah, that's where I'm gonna go with that. Twitch. Nobody plays Twitch anymore. I will maybe see one Twitch a day, maybe. The F2 with no grip sucks. And I know you might say like, oh, but the recoil's not even that bad. Yeah, it is. Shut up. I know some people play T-Hunt for 1,000 hours and they're good with the F2. Great. I'm not. You're not. Don't lie to yourself. Stop playing Twitch. You can play DMR. That's not a bad idea. 417 is a really good DMR. Or really get up in their face, because that recoil is going to be tough. But her gadget is good. So that's what's going to keep her in B tier, just above Capitao. I mean, barely making B tier. Just, her gun is so... Ugh. Going from the best gun in the game to one that I just don't touch anymore. Insane. Valkyrie, I mean, S tier. I mean, Valkyrie has pretty much always been sitting here. Can't throw her cams outside anymore. That's pretty much the only change she's ever had. But the info you can get from them is amazing. Definitely not played enough. You can play her on every site and she will help you win. Nitro from below, right? Just throw Nitro under the floor, sit on that Val cam, wait for them to run to it, and boom. Super easy, super free kill. I love free kills. That's why I play Val. She's awesome. Vigil. I mean, he's a little better without the squiggles the whole time. But yeah, not great. I'd rather have a Clash. A good Clash is better than a good Vigil. I mean, Vigil can get a bunch of kills, so that's cool. Some Vigil mains will get a bunch of kills. K1A is actually pretty nice. But, meh. And sums up my Vigil feelings. Meh. Who am I? Awesome. Definitely A tier. When do I stop? Here. Really good gun. 1.5. Awesome. Feels great. My favorite operator spawn peek with impact nades. Other spawn peek. Dude, don't die when you're spawn peeking. Don't do risky spawn peeks just because of how this gadget works. You need to be alive to place multiple of them. So do safe ones. But Omai is really good. Pretty self-explanatory. You don't get naded. You have a good gun. Better gun than the Jaeger with a 1.5. Really good. Warden. I don't know what to do with him. Okay. MPX 1.5 is awesome. Don't get me wrong. It's amazing. Is it as good as everyone plays him for? Maybe. But I'd say it is. Probably not. But it's really good. And I will find myself playing Warden for that gun. But his gadget, underutilized, is actually pretty good. I like the change that they made to him a lot, not taking away 1.5, but making him really slow to kind of make him try to anchor more is really good. I've seen a little bit of a dip in Warden play, but I don't think he's going anywhere. I think people are going to keep playing him. So people are going to say he got nerfed, but it really doesn't make a difference to me. I don't really care. So I think he's still going to make probably upper B tier. Probably about there. His gadget's not as amazing as these other ones, some of these other ones, but his gun's awesome and his gadget's definitely not bad. And you get a nitro cell. So, all right, Fenrir. Remember when we were talking about Melusi and how there was someone who outclassed her in every single way? This is it. A complete S tier. I mean, how strong are his gadgets? It's crazy. People don't play him a lot because I think his gadgets. I think people don't play him because his gadget's kind of a lot of work. Placing them everywhere, having to play off of it, having to have actual strategy, not just a Warden 1.5. But he's really strong. So much info you can get from it, free kills you can get from it, swinging someone who's literally blind. I mean, it's a gadget where you place it and then it tells you, hey, there's a person who can't see you over here. It's that self-explanatory. So good. Amazing on late round pushes. Attackers have to come into sight. You got it on the main door and they just got to swing it and you just drop them one after another. Fenrir is amazing. Probably right here. Yeah, this is crazy that the new ops are so high, but that's what they're doing now. I like it better than it was before when they didn't when they made operators that sucked, and they're like, we don't want it to change the game. I'm not even gonna get started. Ram, really good, definitely S tier. R4C 1.5, I mean, come on, very solid, definitely better than Ash R4C. So play that, it's good. Recoil's not too bad. Gadget is amazing. You've got so much utility. Secondary shotgun, like Ram is the best operator to play above. And this is what drops Sledge down to where he is. I don't know if they're gonna do anything with Ram. I don't know if they're gonna lower her at all, like make her worse at all, but maybe they should. Ying. I think Jinxie might be putting people onto Ying. People realizing how strong the flashes are. Very good. Very good. I'm gonna put her right there. The gun is a little lackluster. It just shoots a little slow and doesn't do a lot of damage, but I mean, having 81 rounds and that you can reload that fast too, not bad recoil. Can't really go, too wrong with that. Very solid. The flashes can be a little inconsistent. That's just Rainbow Six Siege. So she's good. She's good. Definitely can make some rushes happen, make some late round pushes happen. So yeah, very good. Zero. Zero's awesome too. I mean, good guns. Whether you want to run either of them, I think you probably should run the AR just because it's so much better. But the MP7 with the 1.5 feels really nice, so I don't really blame you if you do that. The cams are strong. People don't use them as much as they should, but it has my stack so many rounds because you can cover every flank. If someone dies, they just sit on those zero cams for the rest of the round and just feed people kills. I mean, it helps you get plant down, watching flanks, watching rotates. You can get stuff off the wall with some sneaky through the floor, or shoot it in the corner through a window, or just stuff like that. So really good, really good. And last but not least, we have Zofia. Definitely played a lot less than she used to be. I don't love her gun, but it's good. And I don't love her gadget, but it's good. She's just really slow now. I mean, you definitely have to play her a lot differently than you would have before, but could be pretty solid. So I think I'm gonna put her in B tier, probably right below Lion. I think that's where I'm at. I think this S tier is really good. I think that's pretty much where I'd put people at. People are probably gonna be pissed about some of these in the comments. Great, tell me about it. Tell me how stupid I am and how much I suck at the game. I don't care. This is my list, and I hope that you listen to some of them. I really believe that playing some of these ops higher on the list will help you win more rounds, and for the average player too. Like, Bolo's great. Watch Bolo. God, watch Bolo. So amazing. But I'm never gonna have aim like Bolo. I could play forever. I don't think I ever will. So using your operators, really playing with strategy, and play Warden a little less and play Mute a little more, and you'll win some more rounds. So use this, rank up, you can do it. Thanks for watching.